Hi folks, this is Dave with the Bit Journal broadcast, and today this is the review doo-doo-doo of The Legend of Zelda, Link's Awakening. So, finally, this masterpiece has finally come out for the Nintendo Switch. This is already a classic game that was originally released on the Nintendo Game Boy, and then subsequently afterwards as a colorized remake on the Game Boy Color, going back into the around 93, and then later in the 90s as well. What can I say? The Legend of Zelda in itself is a very influential and classic series. A lot of game developers and indies like myself, we look to Zelda for inspiration on a lot of things. It gets a lot of things right, and it's a game that I just truly enjoy playing. For those of you who know me, you may know that I'm also a big Mana series fan. Another remake I was very happy with was The Adventures of Mana, which was released on the PlayStation Vita, which is a one-to-one remake where they basically took an old-school 2D top-down game and turned it into a perfectly recreated 2.5D version with all the puzzles intact in the exact places that they should be at. Link's Awakening has a lot of similarities with Adventures of Mana in that respect, that it's that it seems like an almost perfect one-to-one recreation of the original Link's Awakening, albeit a couple of differences with the controls, very slight differences, but there still are differences there with the controls, and there is a little bit of lag in the game, though. Not enough lag to make the game unplayable, but there is a little bit over there, and we'll take a look at that in a little bit. But enough talk, let's get right into it, folks. Let's play some Zelda. Alright, here we are. As you can see, we have this beautiful toy-like art style. I don't use these words very often. Put it this way, I usually never use this word. But the only way to truly describe Link's Awakening is adorable. The way they made Link look, the graphics in the game, it's just a it's just an ode to the original 2D graphics. I mean, the original 2D graphics in itself, if you looked at Link's sprite art, you notice he still had that very narrow, wide-eyed look to him. But this is basically just a way of reiterating that Zelda is going back to its roots. The game was originally made for kids growing up, and I'm not saying that this game will not entertain adults, because it absolutely will. It's just that this version right over here is a very kid-friendly game, not in a bad way. But I'm saying, hey, dads, moms out there who have fond memories of playing Link's Awakening, definitely get together with your kids and play this game, because it will be a treat for the entire family. The puzzles, as always, are thought-provoking. You may be used to some of them already, but hey, new generations may not be, and they may enjoy this. And I mean, just have a look at this. Got your teleporters right over here. Bunch of holes in the field. Got the rock. Oh, gotta watch out for those things. There we go. I love everything from the monster design. They still kept Link's original sounds intact from, dying and falling off the screen. Oh, look, I got a bomb right over here. Maybe we can place it here and find a secret. There we go. So let's head inside, see what this cave has to offer over here. Oh, nice, we got a fairy. So it's always nice to find those little secrets in Zelda. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you is I love action-adventure games, and I love action role-playing games as well. And playing a game like Link's Awakening, for me, this is like comfort food right over here, you know? It's just something you truly enjoy, you feel at home at. just a simple act of moving around and swinging the sword and defeating your enemies is a lot of fun. The action is very fluid, very crisp. I could use the R1 or the R2 buttons to raise my shield if I need to block from any incoming projectiles, and trust me, in this game you definitely want to do that. As you can see, I'm getting wrecked by those flying enemies over there. Oh, we gotta watch out for these bomb guys too. Also, while I'm holding the shield, like usual, I can charge this up. And those charge shots come in handy, especially for when you're trying to sneak up on these guys that could fly around you and outflank you. You also have the classic telephone booth that gives you hints as to where to go next in the game. So it looks like I gotta find a cave in the prairie right now at the location that I'm at. But yeah, this is just as classic as an adventure as you could possibly get. Oh. There we go. Take that guy out. I just love the sheer level of polish that went into the look of this game. It really changes things up. It takes an old game, makes it feel new again. All the original gameplay is still there, and that's one of the great things about this. It's exactly what you want out of a remake. It's a little bit of old and a little bit of new, and it doesn't go and try to change too much. One of the major add-ons to this is the fact that you can... oh, look at that, got a piece of power right over there. One of the major changes, though, is the fact that you could get pieces of dungeons in this game. And you could use those pieces of dungeons to create your own custom dungeons as well. Right over here we got the seashell house, and I think I'm out of seashells right now, but when you do have some seashells into place, you can put them in here, and eventually, if you get it all the way up, you'll upgrade your sword, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, this game doesn't try too much to stray away from the original experience. On that other note, speaking about the dungeon creator in this game, what makes the dungeon creator rather interesting just makes you ask yourself, does Miyamoto plan on listening to the fans and quite possibly giving them a Zelda Maker to follow up with Super Mario Maker and Mario Maker 2? I know I was reading an article, I think it was on Nintendo World Reporter or Nintendo Enthusiast. It was one of them. If I find a link, I'll definitely put it in the descriptions, where they mentioned that Miyamoto actually asked Eiji Aonuma to put basically put the Maker mode into the game. So I'm wondering if this is kind of a test pilot to see if it would go any further and spark more further interest in the Maker series. So it would be nice to see Miyamoto bring that to fruition, if that's the plans that he's going with here. Because I would certainly like to see a game where you get to make new Zelda-style levels. I think that would be awesome. Oh boy, I almost forgot that I don't have my water upgrade yet, so no going in there right now. Gotta go find this prairie cave. But yeah, this game is about as smooth as it gets. What's another cool little thing to add on about this game, if you notice up in the corner, you have the options to put different items in Y and X. Okay? One of the important things about this is that originally in Link's Awakening, the old version, you only had an A button and a B button to work with. But in this case, you got the A button, you got the B button, and now you can additionally use the X and Y, so you don't have to constantly go into your items and swap things out every single time you want to perform a new action. So that definitely makes things a bit more convenient. Also, one thing you'll also notice is the game has 8 directional movement, And they swapped out the D-pad control for using the left analog stick instead. Some people who are true purists may have an issue with it. I prefer the D-pad personally, but it's not such a bad issue that it makes the game unplayable. In fact, it still feels like the same experience that you'd have on the Game Boy Color. Just the difference is you're playing it with more modern graphics, basically. But it's a very colorful world. It's beautiful. The other thing I really like about this game is I love how they added this blur effect on the edges of the screen. Some people aren't really into it. The reason why I like it is because I know for a fact that this game is based off of a dream that Link was having. And basically, what this is that's in an attempt to make the game more dreamlike. Okay, this thing needs to die. There we go. Gotta remember to charge attack that guy at times. But yeah, that's one of the beautiful things about this game is how it stays true to that vision, the fact that Link is in a dream, and that oftentimes in dreams the lines are blurred, and it's a nice touch to actually see that nice little extra bit of polish put in there to remind everybody of what's really going on in this game. I mean, is it really a dream at the end? Who knows? But in terms of the basic premise of the game from the beginning, that's what it basically is. You see Link on this ship, and then all of a sudden, he is in a storm. He falls off the ship, and he wakes up on an island, and there's this girl that basically rescues him and nurses him back to health. And then he finds a sword and shield, and off on the adventure he goes, looking to basically speak to the Windfish. So, basically, I have to say, this is a great remake. I don't really know what else I can say about it, because I'm just enjoying the game so much. I'm really in the zone playing this right now. It's just hard to say just how much fun this game is. I can't say anything else about it. It's already a classic, and Nintendo has taken a classic and preserved it, made it really good with this remake. I don't like putting numbers on games. I usually don't. I like to let you guys decide what you feel about it. But what I'm going to say about this is the pluses. The controls are nice and tight. They play very well. I have experienced some drift in certain games. I know they say that's usually an issue with the Joy-Con, but strangely enough, I haven't experienced any drift in this. I hear that's more of a hardware issue, but I haven't experienced any drift with this game, so I don't know if any of you have, but that's my personal experience with it. That's what I haven't experienced. Also, the controls are great. Graphics are absolutely gorgeous. And, it's fun for everybody. The kids could play this. The family could play it. Doesn't matter whether you're an adult or a child. You're going to have a lot of fun with this. The only negatives I'd really have to say for it is the fact that there is a little bit of lag, especially when you're in the outdoor sections. But, like I said, the lag isn't so much of a dip to the point where it feels unplayable. It's still completely playable and completely winnable for that matter. So I wouldn't say that the lag is unfair or that it destroys the experience or breaks it down. But overall, I like the overall package. You have the option to create your own dungeons, like I said. And if you have this awesome little guy right over here, the amiibo for Link's Awakening Link, as you can see, it also has this really nice toy-style polish to it. Looks like a high-quality toy that you may have found in like FAO Schwartz back in the day or something. This amiibo, just like many other amiibos, can be used to store data, save data from the levels that you've created, and you can transfer it over to your friend's Switch. You can also tap this amiibo to add Dark Link into the dungeons. Give Link a little bit of a sub-boss to make things a little more dangerous for the game. So, folks, that's been my review of Link's Awakening for the Nintendo Switch. If you got this far, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And, guys, get out there. Have some fun. So, what else can I say but peace? Have a great one, everybody. Take care now. Bye-bye.